Stitch in Hand, and today I'm going to be talking about how to measure yarn weights using WPI. Yarn weights can be a bit confusing, especially with terms like lace, fingering, worsted, and bulky. These terms refer to the thickness of the yarn, not its actual weight. The Craft Yarn Council has standardized these categories ranging from 0 for lace weight to 7 for super bulky. Yarn weights are important because any crochet or knitting pattern will specify what yarn weight to use. Yarn weight is important because if you use a different weight that's listed in the pattern, your project won't turn out the same size as the pattern. This is especially important when we're crocheting or knitting garments and want our garments to fit. But we all have those yarns sitting in our stash that lost their labels a long time ago, or maybe we were gifted a bunch of yarn without the labels. In this case, how do we know what weight of yarn we have? To figure this out, we use something called WPI, or wraps per inch, and it's a really simple way to figure out what weight of yarn that you have. Let me show you. To measure wraps per inch, you're going to take a regular ruler, or you can use a wraps per inch tool. I have a super cute one from Knit Picks linked in the blog post that accompanies this video. It's linked down below. So you're going to take your yarn and you're going to wrap it around the ruler until you have completed 1 inch. Make sure you're not wrapping too tightly because stretching the yarn will change the number of wraps per inch. You want to wrap snugly but loosely. So now that we've covered 1 inch, we can count the number of wraps in that inch. And for this one, that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14. 14 wraps per inch corresponds to a DK or light worsted weight yarn, which matches what I actually know about this yarn. Let's try that again with another type of yarn. Wrap your yarn around the ruler until you have covered 1 inch. This yarn contains 6 wraps per inch, and that corresponds to a bulky weight yarn. I have here a yarn that contains 22 wraps in that 1 inch, which corresponds to a fingering weight yarn. I just wanted to show you that with lighter weight yarns, you're going to have many more wraps per inch than with bulkier weight yarns. Calculating wraps per inch is such an easy and straightforward technique that any crocheter or knitter should know. However, it's something that's not always taught in beginner crochet courses. That's why I wanted to create this video to show you how it's done. If you're interested in learning more techniques like this one, I have created an exhaustive guide that not only teaches you how to crochet, but covers all the important techniques like this one that you're not always going to find in a crochet course. This guide is designed to be your go-to for all things crochet related. You can get the guide in one of 2 ways. The first way is that you can purchase it directly from my website, which is linked below. The second way is you can purchase a pattern from my website or sign up for my email list, and within a day or 2 you'll receive an email offer with a discounted price for the guide. The reason I do this is because I want you to be successful in creating my patterns or any pattern that you want to tackle. And sometimes there are issues with patterns that aren't pattern related, such as remembering to do a gauge swatch or even understanding what gauge is, or understanding the importance of blocking your work when you're finished. So this guide is meant to be your easy to follow one-stop place to find anything crochet related that you need to be successful in creating a pattern. If you're watching this video at release, the guide is not ready yet, but if you're watching it a month from now, it will be ready. So keep an eye out if you're watching it now. Otherwise, go check it out.